Christy from Rising North. YouTube saved my life. I truly believe that if it weren't for YouTube, I would still be in a dark and desolate time in my life, and I would have convinced myself that I would have had to stay there just because that's all I could see around me. Um, I am going to tell my story in a nutshell about how YouTube saved my life. I was in a stable career, a career with a good health insurance, a regular salary, regular paycheck, a pension. And I was raised in a traditional religion, where I would go to church every week, and I was raised to do that. Um, I had a regular social network at one point, and slowly but surely, if you've seen my other videos, you already know this. My world started breaking open, right? I now say breaking open instead of breaking apart. It started breaking open. And anything that was exposed that needed to be seen was right there in front of my face, and I could no longer avoid it. And it is what is termed in the spiritual community as a dark night of the soul. And even though I would tell you that I've gone through multiple dark nights of the soul, this last one about 7 years ago, where I knew I was at a pivotal moment in time, right? And I knew that I was going to have to make significant changes if I was going to um, if I was going to be able to really survive and thrive in this life. I was going to have to wipe the slate clean and rebuild from the ground up. And how YouTube comes into all this is I did not have a strong support system at that point in time. So, those of you who have already gone through adversive times in your lives where you're really on the ground, right? And I mean, it's a spiritual awakening. It's a blow up of your world. It's an explosion of sorts. Think about it on in just the way of if you see an explosion happening close to you, you try to get away from it and you try to avoid it. Most people don't go running towards it. Very few will. And that is the only way I can explain how many people I lost on this journey, because my world was kind of imploding and exploding. And in that state, most people, they want to kind of avoid you at all costs, right? Because they know you're going through something, and they're afraid they're going to kind of catch it, right? What you're going through, they're afraid that it might permeate them as well. They may also become dissatisfied and have to really look at things in their own lives. So they kind of back away. It's kind of like, good luck. Good luck. There you go. You want a different life, so go create it, go do it, which is great. That's fine, but it doesn't really help you in when you're on your knees, right? It doesn't really help you. So I had a support system of literally one. I would be able to strongly tell you that there was one person that was consistently in my corner during all of this, and that is it. And I started how this journey started is on my lunch breaks in my career. I would start watching YouTube videos, just randomly, and start watching motivational and inspirational videos, right? To try to help bring me up some and try to help give me some kind of hope in my life at that dismal point. And that slowly but surely grew. So the lunch break videos turned into dinner videos, me trying to learn what was happening and trying to wrap my head around it and trying to um, formulate a plan, right? And seeing all these people online that have changed their lives and been very successful in doing that. Here is my biggest takeaway and my biggest piece of advice to you, if you're still watching. If you have access to the most powerful people in the world who have literally changed our world. Their speeches, their life stories, their advice, and it's free and you can access it. Why would you not do that? So I started, I mean, when I tell you I dove deep into this, I really dove deep into this. I found mentors online and I signed up for their programs. And I started doing one-on-one sessions with coaches. And then I would bounce to another mentor that I found. And when fear and insecurity and fear of failure and just all of those doubts and worries that the egoic mind will thrust you back into to try to keep you safe and keep you in survival and just wants you to kind of stay in the safe mode, right? When all of those emotions would come flooding in, and I really didn't have a real strong support system to walk me through those things and really help me at those darkest hours. I would watch college graduation speeches. I watched a lot of college graduation speeches because some of these really prestigious colleges have, and universities, of course, have some of the best speakers in the world motivating the graduating classes. I took away so many valuable insights and life-changing advice from those speeches. And there are so many historical figures that I watched and listened to and gained information from and gained advice from and implemented those pieces of advice into my own life to rebuild. So when everything was turned to ashes and and everything was kind of laying on the ground, right? And I had to start rebuilding, that is how I did it. Slowly but surely, with with seeing all of the success that everybody else had or somebody that was possible for me to have, I started to believe that this was possible, this dream was possible, and I started recreating and reinventing with the help of many mentors along the way that I found. Every single one of them and every single program that I invested in, my money and my time, all came from YouTube, believe it or not. So that's yet another way. Actually, one of the mentors that I still have, Elena the Greek, she came from seeing a relationship series that was free, right? I found her through that series. And I will also say that I also was able to create a better blueprint for my relational life through videos and through YouTube and through seeing um, through relationship coaches and through workshops that were offered on here for free that I would attend and learn, okay, these are my boundaries. These are the kinds of people I want to surround myself with. This is the kind of relational life that I would like to have going forward. So I would encourage you to not give up if you are in one of those dark times, and instead understand that if you have the motivation and the fire burning within you, and the passion and the desire to stand back up, completely different than where you were standing before and how you were standing before in your life, you can do it. You can absolutely do it with zero support system. With zero support, you could still do it. I know that, and I can tell you that for sure because I did it. I had one person that was really in my corner, that was really shouldering the hard conversations, and that there was really helping me through. One, that's it. So I ask you to continue to keep showing up. Show up for yourself. Show up and type in searches and be conscientious of what you are consuming. and consume those things that are going to uplift and help you to get to where it is that you want to go. I hope this helped, and thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked the video. Okay, bye.